One time for the city. Yeah, same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cost. Last of a breed to do it how we was taught. Gods in the rafters covering you and yours. Gather round the world's most famous battlegrounds. Infamous enough where the havoc will do you proud. If you're not cut from it, it get harder to breathe it. In a concrete jungle with the garden is eating. Yeah, with one poster can hang you.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday evening. Another edition of KFTV Post-Game Live. CP the Fanchise, Alex Trataros on the ones and twos. The Knicks back in action at the world's most famous arena, taking on the Pacers once again in their final matchup of the season. No Jalen Brunson, no problem for the New York Knicks because Josh Hart, his roommate, Jose Alvarado, and the gang would, put it on, put the smackdown on the Indiana Pacers, one of the worst teams in the NBA. So Knicks handling business as they should. But in the first half, wasn't all that easy. Pacers were on fire, firing from all cylinders, including from three. And that three-point defense by the Knicks was a little lackluster, but offensively, they had it cooking. Shout out to Josh Hart, the high man in this one. 33 points for Hart on a 12 of 13 shooting from the field. 5 for 5 from downtown. Is he back? Let's talk about it. But this was a night where the Knicks could have and should have and did get into a rhythm for a lot of guys. So we got a lot to talk about. Karl-Anthony Towns, 22 points. OG Anunoby, 26. He had all 5 Knicks starters in double figures, including Mikal Bridges with 10. Jordan Clarkson chipped in with 10 off the bench. Mitchie, big country, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side. 3 dimes for Mitchie tonight. So active by all tonight. And let's talk about it. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Salute to our franchise channel members. And, of course, salute to the replay gang. Let's get into it. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Well, we have another Battle of the Fans after Sunday night's theatrics. Hey, you came to the right place. Number one show for the fans by the fans. Let's get into it. And we're also tracking the World Baseball Classic. U.S. down 2-0. To Venezuela right now, 2-0. So we'll track that. But anyway, this was a night out for this team to get back on track for a lot of guys. You know, that was the theme. Number one, how would they start? And you kind of do a half check because, yes, they started off well, especially offensively. They were firing. All guys, OG Anunoby, 15 points in the first quarter. I thought Karl-Anthony Towns did a good job really cleaning up things. Knicks offense going through Towns early as well. Shout out to Jose Alvarado, set a good tone in Jalen Brunson's absence. But, defensively, they left a lot to be desired. But, between Karl, Jose, and even Josh, man, good night for these guys to get on track. I thought they all played a very good game, man.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'll give it some credit for the defensive end. I know the first half wasn't necessarily great, but that third quarter, CP, it's like they remembered what Mike Brown said in the last post-game presser after the Golden State Warriors. They got serious, put the big boy pants on, and just gave the finishing blow to the Indiana Pacers. And you know what? That's where they started to play defense better than they did in the first half. Now, you could say, hey, still a lot of points for this Indiana team, but the way that this team has played, as we've seen for so many years, at this point, I'm just not surprised just because this team plays at a high tempo where they're able to create shots for everybody, man, and everyone can just put up points. This team is just noted for doing that. So for an Indiana team that has been, a thorn in the Knicks' rear end, I'm happy to see that they get the win, regardless if they didn't have their star players. And I got to give them credit for the defensive end for the Knicks in the third quarter, like I said.
Yeah, and the Knicks being paced tonight. No Brunson, but the roommate Josh Hart got out of his funk in a major way. 33 points for Hart, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, a near-perfect night. 12 of 13 from the field, 5 for 5 from downtown to go along with 2 steals. We'll see if he gets to Tim's tonight. Does it go to Mitchie? Does it go to Karl? But either way, Josh Hart giving the Knicks everything they needed tonight, attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line, couple of and ones, and then lighting it up from the corner 3. And he had a crazy stretch in that second quarter where it seemed like about 4 out of those 5 threes came in that closing stretch of the second quarter. But overall, nice bounce-back game for Josh Hart.
Nice bounce back game for Josh. I mean, look, he even started that third quarter with a 3-2 CP. So he was certainly feeling it tonight. But I think the big thing for Josh, too, man, is that he was just playing with confidence. That's the biggest thing for him because we know that when he gets these wide open threes, he has a tendency to pump fake, drive, and just take himself out of rhythm. I was happy to see that he stayed aggressive. No Jalen Brunson tonight. So, that kind of gives everybody a little bit more leeway where they can be aggressive, play a game that they're more comfortable with. But I thought for Josh tonight, the biggest thing is that one, knocking down threes. And when he did attack the paint, he was playing through contact. He got that and one on Obi. He continued to drive, finish through contact as well. Who was the center? What's his name?
Jay Huff.
Huff. Thank you.
Yep.
He finished through Huff. I thought Josh played a very good, well-rounded game offensively tonight. And for him, man, it's just can he translate this in the limited opportunities that he will get as you see in the postseason, right? He's not going to get these many touches on the regular. I mean, he got 13 touches tonight and was very hyper efficient with them. But can he do the same with less? Because like when Towns is getting fully activated, like he had 21 shots tonight. OG's going to put up a lot of threes. Bridges hopefully gets into a better offensive rhythm. Josh will not be getting 13 shot attempts, maybe here and there, depending on how the night goes. But for the most part, he's going to be that glue guy, man. So I want to see him to continue to this hot streak, this hot game that he had, and just like channel it into that efficiency for the limited touches he will get.
Yeah, it is interesting, as you say, because tonight, obviously with no Jalen Brunson, it's a night where the ball's going to spray around the perimeter a lot better just because you're going to have, guys really trying to get each other into a rhythm and figure out different ways to score. So it kind of, when Brunson's out, it kind of helps everybody else get into a better flow because you don't have his usage. You subtract his usage, and it's kind of becomes more and more equal opportunity. But even for Hart, just seeing him knocking down those corner threes, that was a breath of fresh air. And then attacking the basket, as you said, getting the finish, the and ones over Obi, finishing strong over Jay Huff, and then knocking down some mid-range shots as well. I thought that was a good confidence booster for him as well. And just a reminder that he can still get it done and also give you the intangibles, the assists, the rebounds, give you a complete game, and this was as close to a complete game for Josh Hart. So great job by him really getting out there and finishing the job for the Knicks. Because kind of OG set that tone. OG set the tone. The dog was firing on all cylinders early. 15 first quarter points for OG, and he would finish with 26. And as they said in the telecast, it was overshadowed by Josh Hart. But OG Anunoby also had himself a great night tonight, at least setting a tone, setting the pace for the Knicks tonight.
The rainbow threes for OG. My man was like a freight train going down the middle lane. He looked at the Indiana pace. He's like, y'all are scrubs, man. Y'all can't keep up with me and my strength. I mean, the way that he was finishing CP, I'm like, I would love to see this more consistently from OG. And it goes back to the things that we discussed in previous shows, right? When he is decisive, when he's not just trying to do like 20 combo dribble moves, when he knows what he wants to do, that is when he's at his best offensively. And we got to see that on full display tonight. Once again, no Jalen Brunson. So OG got to get 13 shot attempts up there. When out of those 13, 5 were from downtown, and he knocked down 4. So very efficient from behind the arc. I mean, he was battling on the boards too, got 8 boards, was facilitating, got his 4 assists. Look, I know we already know what he is defensively. I mean, he's a stalwart, but offensively, when you think about what this team needs, I'm happy to see this because I was on ESPN radio with shout out to Mike Johnson, man. He does a phenomenal job
there, man.
Yeah, shout out to ESPN Albany radio, man. And they asked me, am I worried about the defense of this team? And I'm like, since January 21st, this team is number 1 defensively by defensive rating, according to NBA.com, their advanced stats. So I'm not really worried defensively because we've seen that they can turn it up. Now, to your point, yes, depends on who that opponent is, but we've seen that they're more than capable, even against some top-end opponents, that they can really dial it up. I think the biggest thing right now is offensively because it seems like they've been disjointed for whatever reason, whether it's now Mikal who's in a shooting funk, Brunson was in a shooting funk. We want Cat to get more touches, right? OG, depending on the night. Josh has struggled a little bit. Like the offense needs to come back around. That actually, since January 21st, has dipped from being a top 5 to number 7 for an offensive rating. So I want to see them get more fluid as an offensive team. And I think tonight when you see OG, Hart, Cat, even Alvarado, who struggled a little bit, it's a good sign moving forward, even with Brunson out of the rotation for tonight.
Yeah. And speaking of Jose, in Jalen Brunson's absence, great job by Jose Alvarado tonight. Grand Theft Alvarado tonight, he was in his offensive bag, and not much Grand Theft. He did have 2 steals, but great job, number one, shooting the ball, bouncing back from 3. He was part of our franchise forecast as being ice cold coming into this game. And so, getting the reps with the starters, I thought he did a good job running the offense, and then 4 of 7 from downtown, which was great. So just overall, just mixing it up as a floor general, as a playmaker, and then as a scorer. 10 dimes for Jose, and I believe he only had 1 turnover, which came in garbage time. So overall, just a great floor game for Jose Alvarado and a bounce back by Grand Theft, man. What'd you think?
Hell of a bounce back, man. Look, this is like we talk about needing repetitions in practice, and, he's now probably getting closer to 20 games. I forget when we last spoke. It was like closer to 15. But now with more and more reps, he gets to be more comfortable. And with an extended run with the starters, he gets to understand their tendencies, where they like the ball. And I think this is going to be very helpful for him to become a mainstay in the rotation when you get deep into the playoffs. Because, look, we need guys who can get downhill and create for one another. We saw Tyler get some minutes tonight. Didn't really put up a lot of shots, but was a maestro as always, just looking for guys. I mean, how about the lob that he found to Mitch?
Beautiful.
Right?
Damn near half court.
Bro, that's why people want Tyler out there, because he can create. But getting back to Alvarado, this is why you need to give him reps, so that way he could be a creator as well, because he can offer a little bit more than what Tyler can. Tyler, we know he can give you as a creator. Offensively, defensively, he's not there yet. But we know for Alvarado, defensively, he could be that pest. He can guard you 94 feet. Just like his counterpart tonight, TJ McConnell, he can be that annoying, right? And that's what you're going to need when you get into the postseason, someone who's going to be an aggravator, so that way they can throw guys out of their headspace and make them more frustrated and overthinking these games. But you need him to be that playmaker too, and for him to get good offensively. So I liked what I saw for him tonight. Hopefully he continues as well, man. That's what we need from him. Yeah,
he was fresh. Braids was fresh, freshly done braids for Jose, and I think he was mic'd up as well. So I think he was feeling himself some tonight, and he played well tonight. He played well. Shout out to Jose, man.
Him and Hart got some fresh braids, man.
Him and Hart, yeah. Him and Hart had the fresh joints tonight. So great job all the way around by those guys. 136-110. Knicks win easy over the Pacers, 4 games in a row. Call us up in the KFTV Discord. Let us know how you felt about tonight's game. Big shout out to Sunny Dog, Sun Doggy, 8. Fanchise channel member just gifted 10 more Fanchise channel memberships. So shout out to Sun Doggy, big time contributor of the show. And welcome to the newly minted Fanchise channel members in the chat. We hope that you guys will stay a while, man. Like, share, subscribe to the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Whether you're a Knicks fan, a Pacer fan, it really don't matter, man. NBA fan, the #1 show in the sport. We are here. Call us up on the Discord. The only Knicks podcast that takes calls from Knicks fans around the world. On Sunday, you guys heard a spirited battle of the fans, epic battle between Cody Glock and Ari from Manhattan. The positivity versus the negativity, the yin versus the yang, if you will, Al. What a battle, what a showdown. We'll see what we have coming down the pipeline. We don't know. These things just form. We don't just put it together like Vince McMahon and WrestleMania. We don't just put the card together. It just happens naturally, organically. It was a good battle.
Well, you love when this happens, because then you get to get into your Vince McMahon bag. Anyway.
That's it. That's what I love to do as the conductor.
Just don't be strutting around out here like when you're coming out to the ring.
Speaking of ring, you know what yesterday was, right? It was my guy's day yesterday, man. 316.
Ooh.
It was 316 yesterday. Shout out to my guy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the greatest of all time. Don't give me that John Cena stuff. The greatest was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's not up for debate. That's the bottom line, Al, if you will.
What's wrong with John Cena, man? What don't you like about Cena? You're still angry. You're still angry the way he went out, aren't you?
He's nowhere close. I'm sorry. He's nowhere close to what Austin was at his peak. Nowhere close. But we went off the rails a little bit. We're going to channel it back to Knicks versus Pacers. Shout out to Big Country, man, Mitchell Robinson. I thought Mitch had a good one tonight. 8 points, 8 rebounds for Mitchie. And, they talked about it on the telecast, and they're absolutely right. The way that the Knicks have been managing Mitch's minutes this year, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. 12 games left. And the way that Casey Smith, the medical staff, has been managing him, he looks great. He looks to be in great shape. He's getting good cardio out there. He's not laboring. Mitch looks great, and he's peaking at the right time for this Knicks team.
6, I didn't even know, man. And shout out to Mike Breen on the broadcast saying this is the max he's played is 6 consecutive games when you don't include back-to-backs. And then he has topped 5 twice. So you just see it, man. I think that it's so astute by Breen to make that point where when he can get into a rhythm, you can see how effective he is, whether it's just catching the lobs, being a threat in the pick and roll defensively, just being in rhythm, just understanding where, because like you could, for him, man, he could track how the ball is going to fall and how to get the rebound. You know what I mean? So it just takes repetition. And when he gets those reps, you see how dominant he could be out there. Now I get it that you could say, hey, once again, Indiana Pacers,
yes,
what's the big deal? But in 19 minutes, you go out there and get 8 boards, 5 of them being offensive, man. That's still like, it's still impressive. I think I saw a stat where they're talking about most blocks and they had like Derek White up there and they were like trying to show, oh, here's Mitchell Robinson. I'm like, Mitch, I think it was like Derek White has like 80 something. Mitch has like 54. And I'm like, that's still not impressive because Mitch has played like half the games of Derek White, and it's like he's got 54 in half the games.
Yeah,
that's very impressive for Mitch, man.
Yeah,
and so when you think about ramping him up for the postseason, and then him being in a good rhythm consecutively and being healthy, this guy's going to be dominant, man. You're going to throw him out there whether it's the double bigs like we saw tonight against Indiana, and then it's like, what are you going to do? Between him and Cat, boards are just going to be secured left and right.
Yeah, and if you have to put extra attention on him just to get boards, and he still gets them, and then kicks them out for 3. That 3 assists tonight. That's where some of those threes come from, is from the offensive rebounding from Mitch, and that's why he's so important. And yeah, you could say the Pacers, but let's look at his resume this year. He took on Jokic. He took on Embiid. Like he's taken on the best of the best big men. Yeah, he's had some sloppy letdown games. It hasn't been perfect. But by and large, Mitch's resume this year, he's had a great year. And look, he's helping himself. He's helping his cause. He's helping the team by getting to the postseason. Knock on wood, they're almost there. And then, hey, he's probably helping Leon Rose when it comes to negotiating at the free agency table this year, considering the fact that he only played, he missed, 13 games. So everybody's kind of winning right now based on his productivity.
He's played 50 games, according to Basketball Reference. He's played 50 games, so there's one that needs to be registered. But, through those 50 games, CP, he's averaging 9 boards. Shooting? Where's the points? He's averaging 5 points per game. And, like, out of the 9 boards he's averaging, 4.5 of them are offensive boards. And that's averaging 19 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
It's not even a full-time center. He's not a full-time center, and he's averaging damn near close to like double-digit boards.
That's right.
And you got to think, this is where you look at the per 36, and maybe if you can utilize the per 36 saying, hey, if he actually played and he could stay healthy, how dominant could this guy actually be as a center in this league defensively? Because the way that he's just able to stop guys, man, and how much stronger he's gotten, he's not a pushover. He's not that thin guy, that thin rookie that we saw that came in here and could get pushed around a little bit. Yeah, he had to use his athleticism to get blocks, but now he actually has some muscle where he can be bodying guys. And look, even when he gets the offensive board and he's improved his touch around the rim, he could be a guy that just gets a layup, like we even saw tonight. So Mitch is, man, knock on wood, man, but a healthy Mitchell Robinson, that changes the dynamic of this team defensively dramatically.
We're going to get to all the Super Chats coming up. Shout out to everybody that is donating to the show. We appreciate the Super Chats. If you want to donate via Cash App, you see it right there on the Alex's screen, $KnicksFanTV. We appreciate the support for the show. Shout out to Reno Bletzer Al, $5 Super Chat from a Fanchise channel member. He says, once the Knicks tightened up on their D, they started running away with this game, which you would expect. I expected second half that they were going to ultimately run away with it. Pacers did start the game off hot, but you figured attrition would set in and the better Knick team would emerge and kind of run away with this. But he also says Cat is looking good and looks like he's getting better every game. Let's talk about it, man. The big bodega, Karl-Anthony Towns, finished this one 22 points, 11 rebounds, double-double, 3 steals and a block for Karl-Anthony Towns, and 5 of those 11 rebounds on the offensive side of the glass. I thought Karl put in work, man. He was battling Huff. He's battling Zubac earlier first. You know, Zubac is a good rebounder, great rebounder. So I liked how the bodega was battling early, getting it gritty inside, splashing it from 3. How many threes he knocked down? All right, 2 for 7 from downtown, but he took 7 attempts. So, again, kind of that byproduct of not having JB. You get Karl and you get him some more shots, and I like that. I like to see the big bodega getting some more shots up there, and he looked very comfortable, as Ray said.
Yeah, and we're going to need him to continue to take more shots, especially in the postseason, just because it's going to be him and Brunson that's going to have to, shoulder the load of just the offensive burden for this team, man. So you want to see Towns put up that many 7 3-point attempts. He's one of the best 3-point shooting bigs out there, so you'll love seeing that. But I think the biggest turnaround for him, CP, is defensively. We haven't really spoken about a lot over the last couple weeks, even a month and a half or so. The stupid ticky-tack fouls on defense, man. He's been moving his feet, keeping his arms up high. He's doing everything you need to do defensively so that you're not in foul trouble. And he's seriously taking that to heart. And I think that's the biggest thing, man. That's the biggest thing, not only for him, but for this entire team's defensive turnaround. Obviously, Brunson has contributed as well and being giving a little bit more effort fighting around screens. But I think Towns being able to be out there as a 5, a sole 5, and not be a detriment to you defensively has been the biggest surprise for me right now, and why this team is number 1 since January 21st defensively and by defensive rating. So got to give it up for Karl-Anthony Towns to take it to heart and buying in to what Mike Brown wants him to do. Big
time. Disciplined game. Battling on the boards, which he has all year. Let's give him a lot of credit there. You can't knock him on his effort, especially on the glass. He's been battling all year, and that's why he's near the top of the league in double-doubles and rebounds. But now the points are starting to come back. Threes are starting to get there a little bit. Just want to see it a little bit more. And some more shots. More shots for the big bodega. Can't go away from him. But on a night like tonight, Jose did a good job of getting it to him. He made quick decisions with the ball and then cleaned up a lot of the missed shots for the Knicks. So overall, great game for the big bodega, Karl-Anthony Towns, and the Knicks win over the Pacers. Shout out to Matobo24, $5 Super Chat. Says, we're all the crybabies calling for Josh Hart to come off the bench. We need more than people think. Also on the Josh Hart wave, shout out to DNR Mafia, says, is Brunson holding back Josh the Hitman Hart?
Oh, my God.
Josh the Hitman Hart. But, hey, we'll talk about it again, man, as we reset the show. 136-110, Knicks win over the Indiana Pacers. And the high man tonight, as the people on the Super Chats discussed, was our guy Josh Hart. No Jalen Brunson tonight, and Josh Hart was very aggressive tonight and taking those shots. 5 for 5 from downtown, 33 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists to go along with 2 steals. Overall, a great night for Josh Hart, and a night where, as you said, Alex, his confidence was off the chain there, and he got the dub for the Knicks. And here was Josh Hart after the game with our guy Alan Hahn. Here we go.
Josh, 33 points. You missed 1 shot in this game, 5 for 5 from downtown. When did you know you were going to have this kind of night?
When I knew Jalen wasn't playing, so he wasn't going to hog the ball. So I know they'll get some shots up.
The T-shirts that were given out tonight were sponsored by Mike and Ike. I thought you were going to say that because it was apropos on a night like this. But still, for you and the team to have the offense cooking like this without Jalen Brunson. Tell me about what Jose Alvarado brought to this game tonight.
Yeah, man, he's a great pickup for us. Obviously able to get us organized offensively, get guys shots, obviously defensively, pick the ball up 94 feet, and be a difference maker.
Now, what does this stretch of the season mean for this team? Because you guys are putting wins together. It is a bit of a softer schedule, but there are things you still want to work on as you're heading towards the playoffs. What does this stretch of games mean for you guys?
It's important. We got to make sure.
They got him. They got him.
You're going to feel that in the hot tub.
Whoa. Easy solo.
Yeah.
Whoa. Pause.
We want to make sure, one, we're healthy, but secondly, organized, that we're clicking on all cylinders defensively, and then letting that, dictate our offense.
Thanks very much, Josh. Appreciate it.
Shout out Mike and Ike.
Hey,
Whoa. Whoa. A lot of flagrants going on in that post-game interview with Josh Hart.
Staying away from that locker room.
Yeah, let's stay away from the locker room tonight. But funny soundbite. Shout out to our guy Han Solo. That soundbite courtesy of MSG Networks. Josh Hart saying, "Hey, I got the job done because Brunson wasn't there hogging the ball." I thought that was hilarious. That was a hilarious soundbite by Josh Hart. Shout out to King David, $10 Superchat says, Josh with a powerful, this is why I start performance. These guys get into form before playoffs, and I'm taking us versus anyone. 26 Knicks. Shout out to King David. He's all 82 out. That's what I'm talking about tonight. All 82. This is one for the all
man.
82s.
Who we trying to be worried about? Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is where you want the team to be.
Yeah.
This is where you want the team to be. They are like, see, but we had that conversation, and I said, does this team feel dominant? They don't even feel dominant, and they're still top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating.
Yes.
And there's definitely another level that they can reach. We've seen them do it against the Nuggets. We've seen them do it different times this season where they could just be 10, man. They could be on 10. And look, as long as they can do that for the postseason, this team can go far, man. This team can go the distance. I understand the frustrations where the inconsistent plays that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, but especially that West Coast trip. But there's a lot of the potential in this team, man. There's a lot of potential in this team. They're deep. They got a lot of offense. Their defense is turned around. There's a lot to be happy about.
I'm with you 100%. And we're going to talk about inconsistent play in a second. But another thing that Han Solo had mentioned, I'm just trying to get the baseball game up here on my phone. I'm trying to do multi-device, multi-screens. We all sports over here. Okay, let me get the game on real quick. World Baseball Classic. See what's up. Those starting lineups are hard. Did you see that? You see how they had them walking out? That was hard. They got to do that during the World Series. I thought that was hard. They had both captains and the teams walking out on each side, the left field side, the right field side with the flags. I thought that was hard. That was a great intro by the World Baseball Classic. I feel like they're getting it right in terms of kind of, tap it into the cultural heartstrings.
Exactly. I was about to say, it's tapping into the culture, CP.
Very nice presentation there.
The MLB needs to watch this and not be so vanilla where it's like, all right, man, we get it. We're at the ballpark, this, that. Come on, man.
I guarantee you they steal elements of this. Guarantee.
They should.
Yeah.
If they don't, then that's a fumble on the MLB, man. Like, they're trying so many different ways to, bring the excitement back to baseball, man. But they're not bringing the culture into it, man. Like, you sped up the pitching, but like, come on, man.
2 for
bring
23.
The culture to it.
USA down 2-0, bottom of the 8th. All right, Venezuela. Those Venezuelan jerseys are hard too. Okay, Venezuela looking to take this one. As USA's down 2-0, bottom of the 8th. Okay, so as Han Solo was saying, the Knicks are back in that softer part of the schedule. They are one game back of the Celtics. As we say, we're looking forward to that April 9th matchup between the Knicks and the Celtics. Should the Knicks be able to just hang on and continue to rip off wins like this week, there's no excuse for them not to go 3-0. as they have 2 days off, and then they'll go see Brooklyn on Friday, which is another home game, and then you finish the week off against Washington. I mean, honestly, this is a week that Jalen Brunson can rest the entire week if he needed to. Do whatever they got to do to keep him fresh, but no reason why the Knicks can't go 3-0. They almost had an opportunity last night, man. Phoenix really took it to Boston yesterday. I was watching that game. I don't know if you saw that game yesterday, Al. I mean, Boston had as much as about, I think they were up by as much as like 9 points in that fourth. And Jalen Green, shout out to Haywood Highsmith. I don't know how the Knicks missed out on him instead of going for Sohan. But those guys were balling, and they took the lead for a hot second there. But Jaylen Brown and Boston was able to close and hold them off. The Knicks had an opportunity to close this thing to within half a game. But I still think that second seed is within reach.
Absolutely, it's within reach. Look, I mean, if you look, Knicks got Brooklyn, Washington, New Orleans. You know, they got some teams that Memphis is on that schedule too. You know, that they got opportunity to catch up with Boston right now. I'm going to check what Boston is for their strength of schedule and see where they're at. But there's absolutely a chance for New York to do so. And look, I want them to get that second seed. I think for this team in particular, home court advantage does matter for them just because they played so much better at home than on the road. They are, I think they're about a 500 team on the road. If I pull that up and check that real quick. Let's see. Let's pull up the standings and see where the Knicks are. Knicks are 19-16 away. They're 25-9 at home. So they're close to a 500 team on the road. I want this team to have as much home court advantage as possible. I know some of you are saying, well, Alex, you know, they've had home court against the Pacers the last 2 years and they've lost it, even against the Miami Heat. Look, man, seasons are different. Things change. I think for this team in particular, they do need to be at home. So I do want them to get that second seed. For what number one seed's out of reach, but let's see if they can go get that one. So Boston has actually an easier schedule than New York. New York ranks 26 according to Tankathon. Boston ranks 27th. Oh, sorry, we got the wrong thing. Hold on one second.
Well, Knicks are 27th, or they should be, and Boston should be within like top 3, top 4.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll get a draft lottery ranking. Sorry. Boston is actually number 7 with strength of schedule, so they got a tough schedule ahead. New York is 24th. So with that, there is a really good chance. You know, Boston, like, they're probably going to be icing Tatum so that way they don't stress him out too much.
Right.
You probably got to be thinking about Jaylen Brown's going to get some rest too, just because they're going to be thinking about this postseason run. So there is a really good chance for the Knicks to take number 2. And look, let's be real. Like, even for the Knicks, like, there's some games that you can lose and they're going to be head scratchers. Boston can easily have that as well. I think there's a really good chance, CB, the Knicks can get number 2.
Definitely a good chance. So we'll see. And as you said, how does Boston play Tatum? Yeah, he just got back, but do they have him? Are they going to ramp him up, or are they going to be a little bit conservative? He does kind of seem like he's already in a groove, but, you know, are they going to keep it going, ramp him up minutes-wise? I'm interested to see what their load management procedures look like as it relates to Tatum. Maybe that's a good conversation for Noah Dalzell. We'll tap in with her and our guy. Who's the other Boston guy we like? Is it Bradley?
Bobby Manning.
Bobby, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we'll tap in with them and see what's going on over there in Boston. And does Jaylen Brown get a breather? Who got the tiebreaker? That will be determined on April 9th. Knicks are up 2-1 right now. Knicks are up 2-1. And so we'll see. We shall see. That April 9th game is going to be very big.
Who would have thought that you get some meaningful basketball 2 games before the season ends?
Yeah, for sure. So very much looking forward to that. Oh, we got a 2-run home run. Bryce Harper ties it up. Wow. Stars and Stripes tie it up, ladies and gentlemen, in the bottom of the 8th. You knew it wasn't Judge, so somebody else had to step up.
Hating on your own, man, is crazy.
I want a World Series, man. Judge got to get us a World Series, man. Enough of the talk. The captaincy. We need a World Series, Judge. Come on, man. Now he's up. He's in a big spot right now, Alex. He's in a big spot right now. Harper just set the table for him. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I got the game on right now. Let's see. Let's see what happens, man.
Let's see. Come on, Judge, man. Captain America and all of that. That's what they calling him. Let's go.
Who's calling him Captain America?
Everybody. That's his World Baseball Classic nickname. You ain't ain't been tapped in, man.
I have not been tapped in, man. I'm
all
not going to lie to you.
Here. Yeah, that's his World Baseball Classic nickname, Captain America.
Good Lord.
So here we go. It's nice jerseys, man. I like all the jerseys they've had. But either way, man, salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. We got 1,200 people in here. Shout out to our franchise channel members. Call us up in the KFTV Discord and let us know what you guys thought about tonight's game. Knicks win big over the Indiana Pacers, 136-110. We'll leave them alone. We'll let them get into the lottery and all of that. You know, they're tanking it up, so we'll let them get to whatever they need to get to. While we move on a big and bad thing. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I saw there was some stat on the previous Pacer game, not this one, previous one, where it was like they played each other like 20-some-odd times over the last 3 years because, remember, last year's series went 6. Series before that went 7. Plus, you combine the 3 matchups that you have with them over the course of the regular season. So there you have it. So it's about 22 matchups that these two teams have had over the last 3 years.
I'm so sick of the Pacers.
I'm so sick of the Pacers, man. Sick of the Pacers, man.
I can't stand seeing those yellow jerseys, man.
Yeah.
It is seriously nauseating.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out. We got some more super chats in here. Let's read it. Oh, our guy Kane Marco's in here. Bang! Shout out to our guy Kane. He says, Josh the Hitman Hart is perfect. You need to make that a tee ASAP, a T-shirt ASAP. Well, you know what? That is an excellent, as we say on this channel, that is a great segue from my guy K. Marco because it is that time of year, ladies and gentlemen, where the 2026 KFTV playoff merch is around the corner. Our playoff merch drop is coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, but we're doing a little bit different this year. You know, past 2 years, we've created the design ourselves with some input from the fan base, but this year, Al, we're putting the fans in the driver's seat. We want you, the fans, to create this year's graphic, this year's design, and the winner, Alex, is going to win $500. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got $500 for the winning design. Go to KnicksFanTV.com, click on the KFTV Design Contest, and fill out the form. You have until March 28th. That is the deadline. March 28th. We want serious design. We don't want no ChatGPT, type of thing. We're going to know it. We need authentic, serious designs here, serious designers that want to get involved in the process. So here's how it's going to go out. Once March 28th comes up, we're going to take all the submissions, and then we're going to do a March Madness-style bracket tournament where the fans, once again, will vote on the winning design. So we taking it off our hands. We're going to leave it in the fan hands, and you guys at home are going to participate, make the design, and then the fans are going to vote on it. That's how we're going to do it, man. That's how we're going to do it. So, previous years, we've gone with the caricatures. That's kind of been like our theme. Fabian Aramaris is asking what the theme is. We've gone with that theme, but we want to keep it open. We want to keep it open this year. As you guys see, New York versus the world was our theme 2 years ago, as seen by the hats that me and Alex are wearing. Last year, we went with against all odds. So we're going to leave it in the fans' hands, man. And as I said, the top submissions, we're going to put it in a bracket-style tournament where the fans vote on the winner. So there you go, man. Sign up. Go to KnicksFanTV.com. Sign up today. And then get your submission in by March 28th. March 28th. Shout out to P. McGee. Said last 2 years, playoff shirts were keepers. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So there you go.
Bomani UFG, shout out to you for being a franchise channel. Said, damn, no chat GPT. Count me out.
Yeah, nah. No chat GPTs, man. We want to keep it authentic and keep it fire. And we're going to keep it in the fan base, man. So March 28th for your chance to participate. Okay. Let's see who we got on the lines tonight. Let's kick us off. Zach in L.A. Zach, how you feeling, man? Do we have Zach on the Discord? Zach, are you there?
You got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing this evening?
Good, good.
I will say, just to start off, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. I think it was important for JB to take a rest and have this team build some confidence without him, especially Alvarado and Hart. It looked like it helped reinvigorate what they provide to the team specifically, because they are going to be important when the playoff comes. So I think that was a really important aspect to the game's night.
Yeah.
Tonight's game. Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm saying, I mean, they could literally rush JB all week if he wanted to.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think it's important for them all to gain, some confidence. Even Bridges at the end of the game hitting those 2 threes in a row were important for him to, after that slow start that he had, going 0 for 4 for 3 in the beginning and twisting his ankle, hurting his elbow. These are important things for this team. You can't just rely on JB every single night to, bring them out of the gutter. So I think it's important for them to build confidence without their cat. I think that was a really, really big thing for them. Mitch is just, when he's on point, man, he really provides something that this team can't. It's an intangible, truly an intangible. And, I think Cat's really trying to, find that vigor that he lost in the beginning of the season, trying to learn Mike Brown's system. I think all of these things are important, especially going into the last, 12 or 13 games of the season. Yeah. And, I'm not the biggest artist, but in terms of this season, it's all or nothing, man. It really is.
Okay, is that the theme? Is that the theme you would go with? Is that the theme you're suggesting? All or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
All or Giannis.
I'm not gonna put all my chips on Giannis. I think there are other moves that could be made. I think like a Danny Avia could help us out in the next season if they could make some sort of move with like a Shaedon Sharpe and a Danny Avia. Listen, I love Giannis, but I mean there's other parts that can be played for. But in terms of this Knicks team, this is an all or nothing season, and we all know it. I mean, they wouldn't have made that Tibbs move if it wasn't. All
right, man. What do you guys think? All or nothing. So Zach, are you going to design something, or are you just throwing that out there for a potential designer that might want to use that?
No. I mean, I'm gonna try to design something, but I think that's a good motto for this season. It's an all or nothing season, man.
Okay. All right. Appreciate the call, man. Good to hear from you, man.
Good to hear from you guys. You have a wonderful evening, man.
Yes, sir. Zach on the Discord. Shout out to Zach, man. Al, we plugged the contest. I misjudged at bat. It came and went. What happened?
He struck out, man.
What did I tell you?
That's why I can't believe. Like, I was shocked that people were calling him Captain America, man. Come on, now.
What did I tell you about Captain America, man? All right, man. Maybe the 13th inning if they get there. Maybe the 13th inning.
The 13th inning.
Well, when will he get back up? The 12th inning? Captain America, man. Come on, man. It's crazy. Man, I turn my eyes away from the screen, and all of a sudden I see Venezuela's batting. I said, what happened? It was 9th inning. They changed over and everything. They did the YMCA, all of that. Next thing you know, Venezuela's up. All right, shout out to Judge, man. Call back anytime, man. We'll see if he gets back up.
Call back anytime. I don't think he's going to be calling back, man.
We'll see if he gets back.
That's why you're like asking me about baseball. I'm like, look, man, I'm actually excited for the March Madness to start.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we're going to be doing a March Madness show tomorrow, matter of fact. Me and my guy, Chris LeBron. Chris LeBron will be on tomorrow. Yep, we'll do an early morning March Madness show. The Knicks fans' guide to March Madness. That's what tomorrow's theme will be, as we'll take a look at, obviously, some of the local teams. We'll talk about some of the favorites, clearly, some of the top prospects, but also, as it relates to the Knicks, who will have 2 draft picks in this draft that they choose to draft. Take a look at some potentials and where they might be in the tournament so that you guys can keep track at home. All right, let's take a look at the key stats of the night. 136-110. Knicks put the Pacers in the rearview mirror once and for all for the season. We'll see you next year, Halliburton and company, man. Enough talking about the Pacers and all of that. Tired of the Pacers, like you said, Al.
Exhausted. It's exhausting, man. Good Lord. And you know who I'm happy I don't have to see for a minute?
Yeah.
TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
Go on vacation, man.
TJ didn't
Leave
really
me
pop
alone.
off. He didn't really pop off today, so that was all right. But Knicks shoot 54% from the field to 52 for the Pacers. 44% from downtown for the Knicks, 45 for the Pacers. So even Stevens, man, this was definitely a shootout early. Knicks did shoot 77% from the charity stripe. They go 10 to 13. 5 of 7 for the Pacers, go 71%. Knicks won on the boards, as you'd expect, 49 to 36. How about the assists? You know, in the first quarter, there was a first quarter stat. The Knicks finished the first quarter 14 assists on 16 made field goals. That was their highest all season. They finished the game on 38 assists on 54 made field goals. So great ball movement, great execution, and the Knicks, really efficient offense tonight across the squad. So great job by Alvarado, Kolik, Hart. Those guys really spraying the ball around, and the entire team finishing and shooting the ball very well. Turnovers. That was a high point in these past couple of games. They got back on track. Only 9 turnovers tonight, leading to 10 Pacer points. So I like that for the Knicks. Fast break battle, 20 to 16. Knicks won that. And points in the paint, they dominated 62 to 46. And the largest lead of the night, 27 for the Knicks, 6 for the Pacers. Your thoughts, man?
As Venezuela just scores a run.
Venezuela just scores a run in the gaps.
Tough, man.
It's Judge's fault, man. It's all Judge's.
It's all on you, Captain America.
It's all on you, Captain America, man. What are you doing, man?
But anywho, for these stats of the night, man, I think the biggest one is definitely turnovers, because tonight, it's like what I was talking about a few nights ago against the Warriors. You see how they have just like these discombobulated passes tonight. They're more crisp. They're more efficient. They protect the rock well. And you see what happens when they're decisive, not making stupid passes. Only 9 turnovers tonight, which limited the amount of times the Pacers could get out there and try to keep up in this game. I really liked seeing that. And on top of that, I really liked the shot making tonight. I really like how they were generating threes. I liked how they were just collapsing the defense and being able to kick it back out, which translated to their 44% from downtown. Those are the 2 big things for me tonight, man, because we've seen as of recent, they've struggled to put up threes. Tonight was definitely a good, hey, let's get back on track here, man. Let's get some good open look threes. We do rely on this for part of our game. Let's make sure that we're in rhythm since the season is about to come to a close soon. And I like that effort from them tonight.
Yes, indeed. For me, I'm going to go with the 3-point shooting. I thought that was good. You know, they've been struggling to stay consistent from 3 over the past couple of games, especially when they got into a couple of funks there. But good shooting all the way around, man. From Alvarado shooting from 3, Josh Hart, like the guys that you really needed to get off the snide did. We'll wait for Mikal Bridges, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. You know, we'll wait for Mikal Bridges to break out of his funk, but a couple of guys were able to do so tonight. OG, very strong shooting for OG. So, you know, for a lot of these guys, even Clarkson kind of getting off the bench, and he dropped his 10. So for a lot of these guys, I think it was good to see them kind of break out of those slumps and fire away. So good job by the Knicks from the shooting standpoint in terms of 54 from the field and 44 from downtown. If only they can play the Pacers every night.
No. What? Absolutely not. Please. Enough. We've done that more than enough the last couple of years, CP. Please.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, man, key stats of the night brought to you guys by Car Gurus. Shout out to Car Gurus for sponsoring today's show. Listen, when you're buying a car, it's a big decision. You don't want to feel rushed, confused, or second-guessing yourself, especially with prices being what they are right now. That's why I rock with Car Gurus. What I love is how simple they make the whole process. With Car Gurus Discover, Al, you can skip all those annoying filters and just search the way you actually think. You tell it what you want. Is it good gas mileage? And boy, oh boy, in today's day and age, you're going to need that. Extra trunk space for the family. Something comfortable for that daily commute. And it shows you real shoppable listings that actually match. That's a game changer. And if you're at the dealership, the Car Gurus app has a feature called Dealership Mode. It's basically a cheat code. You can compare the car right in front of you to similar options, check deal ratings, and see price history, and even estimate your final cost. All on the spot. That's confidence right there. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has one of the biggest selections out there. So you know you're seeing real options and real deals. No wonder it's the #1 most visited car shopping site. So whether you're buying or selling, don't guess. Make your big deal the best deal. Go to cargurus.com. That's CARGURUS.com. Shout out to Car Gurus for sponsoring today's show. All right, World Baseball Classic. We are tracking it. Bottom of the 9th. Let's see what the Stars and Stripes do. Will they win it? Or will Venezuela take the title? We shall see, man. Aaron Judge certainly didn't do his part.
What else is new?
Aaron Judge certainly didn't do his part. What happened to Japan? I'm surprised Japan was up out of there early. They didn't even make it to the knockout round. What happened to Japan?
That's shocking. That's shocking, man.
Wow. So now if USA loses, because the Venezuelan fans have been talking about, they have this tradition at the end of the game where they talk about the culture's staple food. So when they beat, I believe it's Japan, they said, oh, okay, we eat this sushi. When they beat Italy, they said we eat your pizza. But if they beat us, what are they going to say?
Hamburgers.
We eat your glizzies.
Oh, God.
What's the signature USA dish, man?
Yo.
We eat your tuna casserole. What's the dish? What is our dish? What's the national dish? Maybe it's a glizzy.
Hopefully not potato salad with raisins.
Yo, yeah. What are they going to say tonight if they beat us, man?
I have no idea. What would they even... It has to be like a hamburger or something, man.
We eat your burgers?
Is that it? Cheesesteaks? What are they going
that's
for?
A Philly thing. That cheesesteaks ain't a national dish. It's the glizzy.
Oh, my God.
Whether y'all want to like it or not, it's the quarter pounder. Davel says, we eat your quarter pounders. All right, here's Tyler Rogers. Oh, he's a Met. Wifey, your guy better deliver right now. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
He's a sidearmer, too. Tyler Rogers. Here we go, Al. We eat your apple pie. 2 things.
Ooh, that's a good one. The apple pie is a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
What'd I say? Tuna casserole?
Tuna casserole.
You ever had
Come
that?
on, man.
Yeah, you ever had that? I never had that before. Where did that even come from?
No. My mother would never.
People at home, keep it real. Did you ever make tuna casserole in the house? Was it? What do you even start with that? What's the ingredients of a tuna casserole?
My mother heard tuna casserole when she came here. She's like, absolutely not. She was like, hell no. Absolutely not.
Who's eating tuna casseroles for dinner back in the day when you was a kid? Keep it real in the chat. Raise your hand, man. Judgment-free zone.
Gumbo and jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
That's a New Orleans thing, man. What's going on here?
I think apple pie could be. My man
Shepard's pie. That's come on, man.
Shepherd pie. I don't even know what's in that. Or chicken pot pie. Is that it?
Ooh, that's a good one. Chicken pot pie.
We eat your chopped cheese.
New York style pizza.
Yeah. What are they gonna say? Well, let's see. Hopefully they don't get there, and hopefully these guys can win it. But speaking of winning, Al, you know who won the Timbs tonight? Jose. That's it, man. Alvarado in the driver's seat, taking over for the captain tonight, and he takes home the Timbs. Look at him, man. Look like he didn't even break a sweat out there tonight. He's chilling. Squad lined up. There's our guy, Jeremy Sohan, with the St. Patrick's Day green. He dyed it just for St. Patty's Day. There's our guy, Mikal, ushering him in. There he is. You got Deuce back there, looking like Compton Deuce. All right, he's looking like straight out of Compton.
Deuce.
All right, who you got back there? McCullough's behind him. There's Tyler in between Deuce and Mikal. You got the captain, Jalen Brunson, lurking behind Landry Shamet, who looked like he signed up for the Mr. Olympia competition there. All right, right-hand side, you got Dadier, okay. You got Clarkson with the knee wraps. All right, so make sure we get Jordan iced up. We got who's that behind Jordan and Sohan? What's my guy's name? I wish he would have gotten some more burn, man. He hasn't really gotten much. Jemison. You got Jemison back there. The dog is in the back tonight. Dog's in the back. He took a back seat tonight.
He's lurking, man. He's lurking.
He's lurking. He just wants somebody to defend. He wants to lock somebody in.
Oh, Kolek's lurking too. Kolek's doing the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's kind of
What is Brunson doing, man?
Yeah, everybody's kind of in creep mode tonight. So is Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay. Shout out to the big bodega. And there's our guy Huck. Huck's back there. Where's Mitchie? Mitchie jumped in the truck and went home.
He said, "I'm enough, man." He said enough.
Big Country gassed up the truck, threw the Kenny Chesney on, and got up out of here. He said,
the Kenny
he said, I'll see y'all on Friday.
Nah, he was like, you know what? I'm in honor of CP and KnicksFanTV. I'm gonna throw on his favorite guy. It's actually Shabuzi, but Shabui.
He threw the Shabui on and backed up out of there. Came out the player's garage and went home. Shout out to Mitchie, man. Uh-oh. Okay. Venezuela threatening, and the USA will have a chance. Tyler gets him out of a jam. Schwarber, Bregman, Anthony. 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 2. See what they made of, man. See what the Stars and Stripes are made of. Or else Venezuela's going home and eating the apple pie.
The glizzies.
We eat your glizzies. What
do you do this with ketchup or mustard?
That would be diabolical, man. Okay, so shout out to Grand Theft on taking home.
Looking like Joey Chestnut.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Grand Theft. He takes home the prize, and how many steals? He had 2 steals tonight, 3 steals. Grand Theft had, check the box score.
He had 2 steals.
2 steals. 2 steals for Alvarado, but it was really his offensive game, man. 16 points, 10 assists for Jose tonight, and just a great job in taking over for Jalen Brunson, man. Needed to get off to a better start. He was a little cold. 16 points, 10 assists, and 4-7 from downtown. A good run for Jose Alvarado to get into a rhythm, get back into a rhythm this week. Good run. Now, we kind of buried him a little bit, but it's all right. We can still chop it up. Mikal Bridges, 10 points, 4-12, 2 of 6 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. It's been a storyline this week. Everybody's talking about him. Mike Brown's talking about him, the slump. Your thoughts on Bridges tonight and going forward, man? What you think?
Look, man, he's still working out, getting out of a slump. I didn't particularly like the way he started this game. I mean, a stronger finish than how he started, but still not great, man. I mean, I will give him credit for playing some solid defense tonight. I mean, I really like the block that he had, just like going back in transition, trying to eliminate the drive. But we need him offensively too. So it's tough because he's like, I don't know how to describe this anymore, Steve, because it's just so mind-boggling where he's brought in to be the third guy. He could be the fourth guy on some nights. Like it really, like he jumps back and forth between being the third and the fourth guy. On some nights, you could be like, all right, you got 10 points tonight. It's okay. You did it efficiently. You got Brunson. You had everybody else chipping in. So it's not a big to do. But when you're thinking about gearing up for the postseason, it's all hands on deck situation. And him offensively, this is not great considering that this is a guy who made the mid-range jumpers look easy, knocking down corner threes look easy. And as of right now, he's struggling to do both of his strongest parts of his game. And that's concerning because you are going to need him in the postseason. You're going to need him for 1-2 games where he's just on fire. And so I'm looking for him just to get back in some sort of offensive rhythm. I think defensively, while he's not a guy that's going to be your best point of attack defender, I think he's done a better job filling the gaps as like an off-ball defender. But offensively, it's probably the biggest concern. And like I talked about earlier in the show, is that can these guys get back into that offensive groove, like working off ball? I'm not even seeing him work off ball like he was at the beginning of the season. It's like he is so far removed of what he's capable of doing that it's just concerning. Like, is he just floating? Like, why is he in this slump right now? Like he's not doing anything that we've become accustomed to him doing this entire regular season.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Did you think he had a good game tonight?
He was all right. I thought he was all right. You know, I don't think he had a bad game.
It wasn't a bad game. But
It wasn't a bad game. It was all right. We just got to let him break out of it, man. There's no choice. He has to play. They need him to win. You just got to break out of it, man. As Clyde said, confidence. Attack the basket, get into your mid-range. Forget the threes, as Clyde said. I'm with Clyde. Forget the threes. And half of the shots he took was threes. Get back inside, man. Get it back inside.
Is it confidence or lack of focus? Because sometimes it feels like, I don't know if it's necessarily confidence that he doesn't have right now. Maybe it could be that as the stretch, like the inability to hit his shots consistently goes on. But to me, it just feels like more of a guy that's coasting right now, because we did see him not too long ago, like, you know, poster guys. We saw him like finish through contact. We saw him just like in a good offensive groove, and for it just to like do a complete 180 in such a short time. Like, it's not like there was like, all right, he's trying, he's not hitting his shots, and then he's hit a wall. It's like, oh wow, we're giving him props for stuff that he hasn't really done by being so aggressive. And now it's like, it was just like a snap of the finger. Now it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
For me, it feels like he's coasting.
Well, it's certainly possible, you know, based on the comments that he had against Tibbs and talking about kind of the load management and the minutes that they were playing last year. Maybe this is him, again, conserving himself a little bit more to get ready for the postseason. Let's hope. But either way, I think he's got time. He's got time to get through the jam. He's got time to get back into a rhythm. And we just gotta rock with him, man. Just keep rocking with him every day. And this is the schedule for you to get back right. So we'll see 2 days off. We'll see what happens when he goes into Brooklyn.
At what point are you concerned about Mikal Bridges?
When they when they get eliminated from the playoffs. we gotta see, right? Suppose he comes to the playoffs, he does well, and somebody else issues the bed. We'll see.
Okay.
You know, we'll
so
see.
You could be okay with him. I mean, I guess probably most would be okay, like him slumping all the way through the regular season, then flipping a switch for the postseason.
Yeah. You do it in money time, nothing else matters, man. You wouldn't even remember the regular season slump.
That's true.
Wouldn't even remember it. You know? Look at Hart. Hart's having a fantastic game. He can go into the postseason and be terrible again from three. It's hard to say. You know, it's hard to say until we see how these teams really scheme against them and how they adjust, how they handle it and how they adjust.
So there's nothing that you could say right now, like watching his game, watching his style, that you see anything that's concerning or alarming.
Nah, it's the same game. Same game. You know? It's the same game. He's got to knock down his shots, man.
Okay.
You know. Same game. It's not like at his peak he's getting to the basket because he's not attacking the basket anymore. Or, you know, I think in this offense there's a lot of guys that have to eat. And there's guys who can get it going on different nights. And you see the same struggles that Towns was having in terms of getting comfortable in the offense. But that's also why the second unit is critical. And who the guard is that he's playing alongside in that second unit is critical. That's why Jose's job is going to be very important. Going to be very important to get Towns going and to get Bridges going and to get them to play fast. That's one thing Jose can do is they can play fast in transition. That's when Mikal Bridges was shining. You get him those transition buckets. You get him those transition threes. You get the takeaways. Get Mikal his wide-open layups and dunks and things of that nature. So that's where I think the second unit is going to be very key. And speaking of the second unit, Knicks got great news today. Deuce McBride taking contact. So Deuce seems like he's on track for a comeback And no comeback for the USA team as Venezuela wins the World Baseball Classic. which is so ironic, given the storylines. And they went on a strikeout. Venezuela gets revenge somehow, some way. Hey, congrats to them, man.
They look as they pan to Judge and showing Judge.
Well, where's Captain America at? Strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. Damn.
Now we got to watch this. We got to watch Venezuela eat all the glizzies possible.
They eating all the glizzies. Congrats to them, man. Congrats to them.
With the side of potato salad with raisins.
Yeah, you can't make it up. After they stole Maduro, they get revenge for him. Is that Miguel Cabrera? Is Miguel Cabrera from Venezuela?
Let's see.
You don't know. Revenge from Maduro. Crazy to think about.
Yeah, Miguel Cabrera is from Venezuela. Yeah.
Wow, you got a guy crying. Oh, there he is. Is that him? No, that's not him. That's not him. I mean, hey, man, you see how serious these guys take it.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are in tears, man. That's for their country, man. Shout out to them. Congratulations. They bringing a stage out and everything. I like the tournament, man. I thought it was cool, just from a cultural standpoint and all the countries going at it. Jeter's, what Jeter say? Jeter said in the pregame, he said, everybody talk about the World Baseball Classic is better than the World Series. Never played in the World Series. Your man Aaron Judge, Captain America, said it was better than the World Series. He played in the World Series. So Jeter threw the water on the fire real quick. He said, forget it. Way to promote the game, Jeter, for the telecast. An emotional Venezuelan clubhouse. Hey, man, this is like they won the world. Hey, you can't tell them this ain't mean nothing. Can't.
This is like this is like the World Cup, man.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the way they're treating it, why not? I liked it. I liked the tournament. You had a new team.
Why should they be hyped too? You just beat the USA.
You just beat USA.
You're talking about guys who are, in the MLB on this roster, and you just beat them.
Yeah. Great for them.
Who had Venezuela winning the entire thing?
What's up with Cuba? Did Cuba have a team? Cuba didn't have a team this year, did they? Or did they play in this at all? I thought they were allowed to play in this. Cuba should have been in this. Cuba definitely should have been in this. El Duque was my guy.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah. Good for them, man. That's nice. Congratulations, man. If we have any Venezuelans in the chat, throw your flags in the chat, man. Congratulations to you, man. Congratulations to Venezuela. Yeah, Judge. Once again, man, this is what I mean, man. This is what I mean, man. Okay, Courtney J says Cuba got knocked out in pool play, but Ryan says the real Cubans didn't play. Okay, Puerto Rico eliminated them. They lost early. Surprising. They were in it. Okay. They were in it. They went home early. Okay. Thanks for the update. Okay, Cuba was in it. Cuba was in it. I'm surprised. To the people who know about Cuba, when my man says that the real Cubans didn't play, is that factuals or was this year's team just not it? And what happened with DR, man? My DR team, they flamed out, man. What happened with Soto and them, man? I was rocking with DR. Because I know Judge is going to let me down.
Damn. Harsh truth.
It's the harsh truth, man. It's the harsh truth. But we'll see, man. We'll get
They
back.
needed Giancarlo Stanton. That's who they needed.
Can he even play? Every time spring training come around, he got another injury. How you injured when you had on your day off?
But you know what, CP? He has come through in the postseason, though.
Yeah, he does, but it's like, oh, my God. My Lord. Okay, I'm cheated, D. Okay, so people thought that was low. People thought that pitch was low. I don't know.
It was a low pitch.
I didn't really think it was all that low, man. Like, I feel like Judge gets punched out on that pitch in the postseason. If you frame it, we've seen it. Come on, man. My baseball people, a lot of you guys in the chat are more baseball people than me. If you've seen that, right, where the pitch, it looks like it crosses so, and then it dips up, but then the catcher frames it up a little bit. In the postseason, regular season is a little bit different. In the postseason, that's called. You get punched out for that. You got to swing. What do you guys think in the chat?
I think when you look at that pitch, it was right below the knees.
But I've seen Judge get punched out on those all the time in the postseason. Right or wrong, people in the chat?
He gets punched out for less, but that's a whole other story.
What do you guys think? A lot of people saying it's a ball. I don't know, man. I feel like with like big time spots in the postseason, even those low ones, if you frame it well, you get called. Vic says low is low. I don't agree with that, man. I don't agree with that. I've been from watching the Yankees in the postseason. I've seen a lot of low ones. Judge went 0 for 4. Brutal. Yeah, but Benjamin, Beans, too close to take. You got to swing. The best baseball team in the world. I don't see Miguel Cabrera there. He wasn't. Oh, yes, he is. Yeah, he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Miguel Cabrera in his prime. Beast.
Nasty.
Remember? Oh, my God. He had a run. He had a run, man. Couple years. Yeah, he had a run couple years. He was at the top of the sport.
Didn't he win Triple Crown?
He might have.
Close to win Triple Crown.
That boy was a problem. Okay, so World Baseball Classic's over. Venezuela gets revenge.
Yeah, he won the Triple Crown back in 2012.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, he was at the top of the sport once upon a time, man.
Average 330. You don't even see that anymore. Guys hitting for average 330, 44 home runs, 139 RBIs. Dude was just dominant, man, back in Detroit.
Johan Santana, beast. He was Venezuelan. Who was he with? He's Venezuelan, Santana? Mets version he was good. Twins version.
Yep, Johan Santana from Venezuela.
Beast. Okay, I got people agreeing with me that was a strike in the DR game. I like I said, I feel like I've seen those framed where you think it's mad low, where you get punched out for that. STG Nick, let's go with the stadium report. You're a little late, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Watching a little bit at the end of there, the WBC.
Yeah.
But it was a good win overall. I thought it was cool. They had the green shirts in there. I don't know if I loved it. It felt like I was in TD Garden because they got the St. Patrick's Day shirt on the seats.
I guess they said that's the closest you're going to get to the green jerseys because fans wanted to bring that back, man. Want to bring the green jerseys back, man.
Yeah, I think it'd definitely be cool when they used to have those with the mellow days. And I think they should also bring back the Christmas uniforms, but now with Nike, like they keep it a little different. But I thought it was a good win. It was kind of crazy though. In that first half, the Pacers were shooting lights out. They shot like 70%. I was like, oh, here we go again. Yeah. It was reminding me of Game 7. They weren't missing, but then only give up, I think 110 after they gave up 64, 65 in the first half. I thought they definitely came out much more focused in that third quarter. Led by Josh Hart, 12 of 13. I thought he was excellent. No hesitancy whatsoever. Letting it fly. I thought the big bodega, they did a good job getting him involved. Shout out to Carl. I saw him yesterday.
You pulled up on Carl. You sent me the picture, man. You pulled up on Carl yesterday, man. Where was that at, man?
Yeah, I was at Hudson Yards on the mall, 30 Hudson Yards. I was just eating lunch, and then he just walks right by, and I was like, oh, my God. So that was pretty cool.
The Big Bodega was just walking through Hudson Yards. That was interesting.
Yeah, he's just walking through with his girl, Jordan Wood, so that was pretty cool. They were just shopping on the day off, so that was cool to see. But, I thought he played well tonight. Mitch, and again, in his limited minutes, just continues to be super impactful. I thought this was Jose's, I guess, second best game after that Philly one. But hopefully he can carry that momentum. But I just still think, Mikal just looks cooked out there. I guess, hopefully he's able to turn it around in the playoffs. But at least, his defense is, okay.
Yeah.
But offensively, he's given nothing. Even before earlier in the season, the aggression has always been a question mark. But at least he was hitting shots at a good clip. Yeah. Now I feel like he's missing those good looks. The jumper's not there right now, which is a little concerning. It was a little scary. I thought he rolled the ankle hard in that first possession or whatever, but
he did, and then he gutted it out. I'm like, damn, this guy will not go to the bench by any means. I said, damn, bro, just relax a little bit. But hey, give him credit. He gutted it out.
He stayed out there. Yeah, no, he did. Also, kind of interesting. I noticed Diawara he played the final 3 minutes, but he was kind of out of the rotation today. It's always changing, so it's interesting to see kind of what happens there as they continue to go forward.
Well, last time or a couple games ago, I saw Diawara sporting a shoulder wrap. I don't know if Brown just opted to just let him chill for a little bit. He got in 4 minutes left in the fourth. I said, damn. So I don't know. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, and I'm hopefully Deuce will come. I saw Steph Bondy before the game.
Okay.
He said, like you guys were saying, Deuce ramping up. Hopefully, one of those final 2 to 3 games, he comes back. It'd be nice to get a game or two under the belt. The fact that he's already taken contact and it's a month away until the postseason,
that's
a great sign. Definitely a good sign.
Yeah, that's a great sign. That's a great sign. I didn't get any words on any setbacks, so it seemed like he was trending well. And so we'll see, man. And then, Bondy dropped the report that he's taking contact. So that's a great sign. Great sign for Deuce, man. Great sign.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll chop it up. STG, you going to Brooklyn? You going to the Brooklyn game?
Oh, I guess if we want to call it that, but yeah, I'll be there. We call it Jersey, but yeah.
All right, no doubt, man. We'll wait for the Barclays, the MSG Annex report from you on Friday.
Sounds good. We'll do.
STG on the check-in. Okay, other notable Venezuelans, Al. King Felix.
Ooh,
beast.
Felix Hernandez.
King Felix was a beast. As USA gets their silver medals, they're not too happy right now. There's Captain America Aaron Judge. He gets his silver and walks off. Well, at least they're in Miami. They get to just go back to spring training, get some rest, go back to spring training. A lot of these guys are, a lot of these teams in Florida anyway. So you just head up and get it done. USA getting their silver medals. Edgardo Alfonso. He was a Met. Eduardo Alfonso. He's a good man. He was a scrapper. Definitely scrappy second baseman. He was a Met. But King Felix was a beast, man. Oh, absolutely.
His pitching was insane, man. Him in Seattle. Woo.
King Felix.
Flamethrower.
Peak King Felix was a strikeout machine. Did Gleyber play? Gleyber Torres, did he play? Did Gleyber play in this?
Let's see.
I would think so. He had an all-star year, unless he got hurt. Did Gleyber Torres play? Anybody in the chat? Did Gleyber Torres play in the World Baseball Classic? Somebody said, should we have a watch party make up for the other watch party losses? We got a good watch party record this year, man. We're good this year.
Yeah, he did play.
He did. Okay. All right. Shout out to Gleyber. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Oh, man. This is another one, man. I woke up. Kiki Shepard passed away, man. R.I.P. to the legend, Kiki Shepard. We're losing so many legends of our time. Legends of the culture, man. From the 80s and 90s, probably even before that. Chuck will tell you. Kiki Shepard, Showtime at the Apollo, Alex. Let me tell you about Showtime at the Apollo, man.
All right, let's hear it.
When I was a kid, when I was a youth, Saturday nights, you had to watch a couple of things. I wasn't, I was too young for to tap into Saturday Night Live. I was waiting for that to be over with. Because there was 2 things I had to watch. Number 1, Saturday night main event when it was coming on. Had to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan versus the Boss Man in the steel cage, all of that. Saturday night main event. Then you had to stay up because it was coming on late now. They used to put us on late wee hours. Showtime at the Apollo. The greatest talent competition. The greatest of the greatest up-and-coming musicians, comedians. You would have to cut your teeth at the Apollo first. And there was Kiki Shepard. She was like our version of Vanna White. You know what I'm saying? Kiki would come out, and then they had different hosts at the time. So in my days, we had Mark Curry was a good host, Steve Harvey was a good host, and then Kiki she'd come out, and you would judge the competitors. So Kiki would come out, she'd put a hand over the guy's head and the lady's head, and then the crowd would let you know what's up. But that was the boring part. The best part of Showtime at the Apollo, I try to stay up as a kid, man. You know how as a kid your eyes be burning late. I'm waiting for Showtime at the Apollo because I had to wait for the Sandman to come out. The Sandman, this is before your time. Forget about American Idol and all that. Forget about America's Got Talent. Nonsense. Showtime at the Apollo, okay? Because if you didn't come with it, Alex, this is what would happen. If you didn't come with it, let's say you wasn't hitting your notes, your comedy was trash, you wasn't hitting the bars, the good people, if they just did this, the people stand up, start booing, and they just hit this, then the siren would come on. You know what that means?
Get off.
The Sandman was coming out to come and get you off the stage. So all the people start booing. They're like, yo, you got to go. Then the siren come on, the Sandman come out. He'd do a little dance number, do a little tap dance with the broom. He brings the broom out and gets you up out of there. All I wanted to see was just one person just get broomed off by the Sandman, then I went to sleep. That's all I wanted to see. You had to come correct, man, because that Harlem crowd, they will let you know right away if you wasn't in. They will let you know, man.
I am
that was
sure that.
Yeah, that was before. Darnell said, come on, Alex, you don't know. Darnell, he's a young whippersnapper, man. That's why, these story times is really to catch Alex up. We got to catch him up on our day. You know what I mean? I think one day when you weren't here, bro, somebody said me and you got to have a VHS session where I just sit you down and just
session. Wow.
And just, give you history lessons on what was going on back in my time.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think that would be good content, man. Me and you sit down on the couch. I just pop in VHS tapes.
Pop a VHS in.
Yo, bro, that could go viral.
First of all, if you can go find a VHS,
yeah,
that will be a hell of a thing.
Bro, that could go viral, man. Still rock with me. Rock with my vision here. That could go viral, man.
The old man and the whippersnapper.
The old man and the whippersnapper. We could do numbers, bro. We could do numbers. So
holy cow.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus Mills said Lauryn Hill got Sandman. Anybody can get it. Anybody.
Ooh.
The Sandman Showtime at the Apollo took no prisoners. You had to come with it. Yeah. You had to come with it. MA007 $2 super chat. NBC Channel 4 1 a.m. Al. That's how late it was. They throw us
1 a.m.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Bro. That's what I'm telling you. As a kid, I was struggling just to see one person get thrown off the stage.
People are acting like I was going to be staying up until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. 1 a.m. CP's got 5 years on me, man.
Yeah. Chuck. Okay. Yeah. Chuck said Kiki always treated us well backstairs before the stage. We always said thank you, Miss Kiki. Shout out to the rhyme animal, Chuck D. I know Chuck got classic Kiki Shepard Apollo stories, man. I think it's Flav's birthday today, too, man. Happy birthday to Flav. Yeah, happy birthday to Flav.
Happy birthday to Flavor Flav, man.
Yeah. R.I.P. Kiki, man. 74. Not old, man. Young 74. Shout out to my guy Kyle Medlin in the chat. Shout out to Money. He says Jose Tabata and Jesus Montero, both Venezuelan. Yes, they were. Yankee busts. And when they thought Montero's about to be the man. Oh, man. Remember the Killer Bees? Wasn't one of the Killer Bees Venezuelan?
Killer Bees.
Betances was DR, right? It was Benuelos, Betances. Who was the other B?
Brackman.
You sure? Yeah, Andrew Brackman was the other Killer B?
Andrew Brackman, yeah.
Okay, well, he wasn't Venezuelan, but okay.
Scorpino, that's right. I was watching Doug and Rugrats back then. Yes, I was that young.
Bobby was Venezuelan. Shout out to Bobby. I like Bobby, man. I liked him on the Yankees a lot. I like
Bobby Abreu was good.
Man.
Yeah, I liked him.
He had an ill batting stance and all of that. He used to mash.
Nothing more ill than Chuck Knobloch.
Yeah. Wait, R.I.P. Jesus Montero. He died? Wait, Jesus Montero tapped? No, I think Isaiah's just talking about his career. He didn't tap. Brackman, okay. My guy Kyle used to get busy on the baseball too, man. He was nice, man. Kyle was nice back in the day, man. Yeah, my guy Kyle used to get busy, man. He knows his baseball. He knows his stuff. Sinbad, great host. Showtime at the Apollo. That is my guy, man. Sinbad. Great comedian and just overall entertainer. Shout out to Sinbad.
He had been funny as hell.
Oh, Sinbad. I can only imagine. He was amazing, bro. Sinbad was legend. Yeah, Lauryn Hill. What? Jesus Montero died? I didn't know that. Where was I at? I did not know Jesus Montero passed away.
Hold on one second. I'm
okay.
Pulling this up now.
House Guest with Phil Hartman. Classic. What a great show. House Guest with Phil Hartman. Yeah,
I'm not seeing that he died. Jesus Montero?
Yeah, everybody in the chat saying Jesus Montero died last year. That's what they said.
What?
Several people in the chat. You got to update your Googles, man.
I'm Googling. I don't even see.
ChatGPT Claude or something. Oh, they said motorcycle accident. I did not know that. Sinbad was great on Showtime at the Apollo.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, he died in October.
Yeah.
Of last year. Damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I did not know that. Yeah, I got to stay off them bikes, man. Bikes are dangerous. Stay off them bikes, man. I lost my cousin in a motorcycle accident, man.
Damn.
Stay off of the bikes. You ever see House Guest, Al?
No, I've never seen House Guest.
That's appointment viewing. See if you see it on Netflix or something. House Guest. This is great. That's a great Sinbad movie.
Oh, okay.
It's Sinbad and Phil Hartman. And Sinbad, I think he's like an ex-con or something. And he's doing like ex-con things. But on the way, he runs into Phil Hartman, who thinks that he's an old high school classmate. So he brings him to his crib. And so Sinbad is just fronting like he's his old friend. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. Kevin Franklin, that was his name in the movie. That was his name in the movie, man. It was absolutely hilarious. I don't know who wrote that movie, but it's just like one of those things, man. It's hilarious. Hold
on. Did you say you lost a cousin from a motorcycle accident?
I did, yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought you said you almost. Oh, no, shit. No. My condolences, man.
Yeah. Years ago now, but yeah. Yeah, man. Stay off them bikes, man. It's dangerous, bro. Definitely. Yeah, man. Jingle all the way. Classic. Yeah. All right, man. Great show, man. Went off the rails a little bit, but, throwing it back to good times.
Jingle all the way.
And good memories. Yeah, did you see that one?
I have seen that one. I have seen Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. First kid was good. Nah, Sinbad is still with us. He's definitely still with us. Yeah, classic. House guest was hilarious, man. Salute.
Jingle All the Way was just over a toy, man. I can't.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't know. I feel like out of all the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, that's got to be like one of the kookiest one. Because the first thing I watched him in was Terminator 2. Not even Terminator 1. I saw him in Terminator 2.
Okay.
First thing for Schwarzenegger. And then to go from that, be like, wait, he's doing this? Very distorted my view of Schwarzenegger, man.
Oh, Arnold was versatile, man. He was versatile. He was very versatile, man. Arnold was good, man. Last Action Hero, all of that. Yeah, Arnold was good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, man. Great show, man. Definitely went off the rails, but we had a good time at it. Congratulations to the Knicks. Congratulations to Venezuela. We'll be back tomorrow. Preview with the NCAA tournament. Me and my guy, Chris LeBron. Make sure you tap in during the lunchtime hour. And then the Knicks will be back on Friday against the Nets. Maybe I'll call my guy, Evan Roberts, up. Get him on the show and see what's up. Bill Pito coming through to the show on Thursday. Ooh. Pito's coming through on Thursday, so make sure you tap in as well.
And make sure to stay tapped in for when you see the old man and the whippersnapper watch Soul Train.
Yo, stick with me. I'm going to put that show together in the summer and the off season. Watch, man. We're going to take off, man. Watch, man. Yeah, man. All right, great show, man. Salute to the Replay gang. Salute to my Fanchise channel members. Salute to the Facebook fan, man. We definitely see Paula Charles. I see you in the Facebook chat. Salute. Edwin Romero. Paco Kiko Cedeno. Salute. Christina Columbus. Salute. She says, interesting how the ball play evolved while playing without Brunson. The boys were on fire. Yep, ball was moving. Great job, all the players. Sandra Bennett, we appreciate you. Shout out to Dawn Awakens, checking in from El Salvador. Good win. Shout out to Don. Yeah, man. All our Knicks fans worldwide. Thanks, everybody, for tapping in. Like, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. We out of here, man. Peace.